Hey everybody, it's Trags inside TD Garden alongside Josue Pavone of WEEI and CLNS Media. What a thriller we saw here on Sunday afternoon in Game 1, Celtics and Bucks. The Celtics survived the Milwaukee Miracle 113-107 in overtime. Josue, I thought the Celtics showed their toughness when Chris Middleton hit that miracle shot, that three-pointer at the end of regulation to send it to overtime. They didn't wilt. Asked Brad Stevens after the game, and he said, look, that's what you look for, a mentally tough team when something like that happens.
And it's what we've seen all season long, Trags, and I feel like we kept seeing that throughout the entire game. You saw the Celtics go out to a quick start in that first quarter, which is the exact kind of start you want to see from this young team. A lot of these guys never even started in a playoff game before, so that was great to see. But then Milwaukee puts together an incredible second quarter where they pretty much nearly doubled the point total. I believe Celtics only scored 15 points in that second quarter, and you saw Celtics bounce right back in the third. So you continue to see that resiliency throughout these stretches where they're able to give up a lot of points, but they're able to come right back. And you speak about Brad Stevens. He also talked about the fact that they have to do a little bit of better job of making sure that doesn't happen again. Right. Of course, they were lucky today, and it worked in their favor at the end of the day. Heading into overtime. But of course, he wants to buckle down a bit more defensively and see how they can bounce back and play even better in Game 2.
Didn't look like it at the start, Josue, but we have to talk about Terry Rozier coming through huge when the Celtics needed him the most. There wasn't just his three-pointer at the end of regulation, half a second remaining. We thought that was the game winner, 99-96. But his three-pointer in overtime, the way he handled the ball, the way he facilitated the ball on offense. Josue, you asked Terry Rozier what his last couple of days was like. Tell us what he did with Kyrie Irving.
So he said that he not only went over to Kyrie Irving's house for a couple of days ago, but he also had great conversations with him. He knows that he's always has him on his side if he wants to reach out to him and ask him any questions. But I love what he had to say about what Kyrie Irving told him. He said, look, this is your time to show who you are. Exactly. It's your time to show why you're in this position, why you're a starting point guard for a team like the Boston Celtics. And he went out there, and that's what he did. We talk about resiliency again. He missed a handful of shots. He had a couple of bad stretches, but he bounces right back, and he's not afraid to take those shots. You need a guy like that when you don't have someone like Kyrie Irving on your side. You need a guy like that who's not afraid to take the next shot again and again and again. And you saw that at the end of the fourth quarter when he hit the biggest shot, and then, of course, again in the overtime period.
And he also told you something else. Kyrie Irving gave him a gift.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he took all his sneakers. That's what he said.
Kyrie can't use them very much right now anyway.
Yeah, right. So he just he came up. He came up big on some brand new kicks for the playoffs.
Kyrie Irving was on the end of the Celtics bench here on Sunday afternoon in street clothes, obviously showing his support. He even got up on his feet and started clapping a couple of times. So he is mobile. There is that. But I want to move on again talking about Terry Rozier. I asked Terry after the game when he was up on the podium about, he told us on Friday at practice, sometimes you're going to have to take tough shots and you're going to have to make tough shots. And he told me, look, everybody knows I need to step up.
Right, exactly. And everyone knows that he's able to do that. He's capable of hitting big shots, and he's able to, hit the shots when it matters the most. And that's exactly what we saw today. I always say, man, ever since Kyrie Irving came to this team, he's had a profound influence on Terry Rozier. You see it in his game, you see it in his attitude, and you're seeing it on the biggest stage. This is the biggest stage he's ever been on. Terry Rozier, of course, has been on this team. He's played in playoff games before, but nothing like this. A starting point guard job where you're one of the top guys that they're going to lean on to come up with big shots, and you're not going to hesitate when you hit those big shots. And that's exactly what Terry Rozier did. He shook off Bledsoe in a play, which actually is exactly where we're standing.
Yeah,
sort of there.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
And it's funny because I feel like Bledsoe almost challenged him. He had a couple of seconds to run out there and put a hand in his face, but he almost told Rozier, like, I don't think you're going to make this shot. I challenge you to take this big shot in this big moment at the end of the game, and Rozier took him up on his challenge and sunk it right in his face.
Turn around. Do you think you can make this shot?
Maybe after a few tries, but not in front of Bledsoe.
And not with half a second remaining in regulation of a playoff game. The Celtics come out winners here on Sunday afternoon in Game 1, 113-107 in overtime. We'll have you covered on CLNS Media. He's Josue Pavone. I'm Mike Petralia, CLNS Media.